Oh, what the hell? Gremlins again. I think you're doing it purpose to get me steamed. Welcome to Saturday Night Live, guys. We're going to work on the B24 tonight, and to get the scenes filled on it, and see how far it'll take us. I had the final bill for my Heikel. I had that thing done tomorrow. All I got to do is paint the exhaust baffles, add a little weathering on it, move the maskings, and put on the wind deflector on top of the dorsal turret. It's done. She's sitting pretty over there next to the Liberator. Okay. So far we got Chuck on here. 6 watching, 1 thumbs up. The 5 that are watching, thank you very much for tuning in for Saturday night. And sorry about no video beginning of the video. I don't know. Gremlins, I imagine, but it's on now. Okay, tonight's Saturday Night Live. We'll be working on this Monogram B24. I was really hoping to be able to get some desert tan paint, desert paint. I haven't back there checked the paint back there. I can mix any paint back there. I haven't checked back there, but I will check tomorrow. If I can't get that paint, I'm going to paint this thing olive drab and neutral gray. I'd rather have it from Libya. This thing's good and dry now. It's sitting about a couple weeks in a box since I last worked on it. Pretty well taped together so the glue will set. Glue's pretty well set in this thing. Okay. Needs filler. Filler that we'll get. Okay. Hang out with you about a couple of hours, guys. We're working on the B24 tonight. I'll let the Heichel dry. I have done tomorrow, like I said at the beginning of the video. So stay post that. I'm going to take a thing outside. Take some good pictures outside where natural light will hit it. And Heichel looks really nice out there. With that tree shading on it, it looks pretty weathered anyway, naturally, you know. If I add anything to the exhaust things, which would be no problem. It looks really nice. It's a big beefy airplane, I'll tell you that. I love that Heichel. Yeah, I saw that train of yours, Chuck. You're doing a damn good job on it, buddy. Real nice. Hello, Matt. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to Saturday night. Tonight's adventure, I'll be working on the B24 Liberator Monogram. I'm going to go ahead and apply the filler to this thing and go on the other parts of it. And I'll have a ball of it. I got the Heichel over here that I've done. I got to take off those maskings on it. I got to paint those baffles on the exhaust. And do a little weathering on the exhaust or anything. I think it's pretty much a wrap. That's a big beast to work on, I'll tell you that, guys. That thing's extremely heavy, very heavy, and strong too. Those Hobby Boss B24s, are they The 1/32 scale one or the 1/72 scale? Now, I've got a Hobby Boss 1/32 scale one. I wish it was here with me right now. It's in storage. Man, every time I think about that stuff in storage, I get heartbroken. Gotta get that stuff out of there, fellas. I don't want to lose everything I got in there. It'll kill me for sure. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and squeeze in and start getting this thing started right here. And we'll wrap at the same time as we build. So guys, get your paper kit on hand and join in. And it's Saturday night tonight, and we'll make a show of it tonight. Okay. First, I'll let me get the tank out of the way. I'm going to bop this thing. I'll lay it on top of my fart sack over here. Yeah, you're safe and sound there, girl. That thing was damn good. I'll tell you it does. I know it was good enough to eat, but it was good enough to look at. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the filler going on this thing. I think it's raining outside. Oh yeah. In Canada, I bet there's a lot of snow up there. Cold too out there. We'll probably get a couple clippers coming from your way. Alberta clippers, you call them. Tell you one thing, it felt like Arctica last year. That was the coldest winter I've ever had in my life. Living in Ohio. It was brutally cold. That trailer was 40 degrees. I'm glad I don't live that mouse trap no more. I never lived so trashy in my life. Okay. That fellow replied to the joints there. That's dry. Now the D version didn't have the Operation Tidal Wave, Polesti or Poles, how they pronounce it. Didn't have the vertical jackal turret on there. It's been carried over. Most Liberators, they got away from that because of the Virgo, well, not Virgo problems, because it was a Bendix ball turret. Same thing out of the D-17 they use. It's just they probably didn't use it, that kind of version of an airplane they had there. Boy. I think it's pretty good. Fill it up well. It was okay there. Is there a gap there? That's just a shadow. Yeah, I can add that fluid witch in there now. I got the super glue. Okay, got that wing done. This Bondo I use, that dries really fast. With the 15 minutes, depends on how much you lay it on. You lay it on thin like I am. About 15 minutes, it's sandable. You'll be able to sand it. I've got a message on my phone. Okay. Okay. Check the chat with my son. Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you are, Chuck. Put another log on the fire. Yes, sir. Hey, Ding, how you doing, dear friend? Oh, yeah. I just got done applying filler on this thing. And I got filler on the fuselage. Just got to put the filler on the nacelles and also the wings on here. Let it dry, and we'll sand them down. I'll knock everything down like I just did just now. I messaged my son-in-law to get me some water. I want to see if he got me some water. I'll be back 1 second. You guys hang in there, fellas. We'll take a day and be right back. No water yet, though, but that should be here in a few minutes. Okay, what was I doing here now? Yeah, I think I'm going to get that while my tension's here. I got to fill in that dorsal where the belly turret was at. A bolt turret plate. The old Jimmy Stewart special, Yo B24. There we go. I love the little tow tractor they give you. It has treads on and everything. I'll have fun painting that bad boy up. The float that you get the harness wires to the engines. I'm gonna put those on. See, they got oodles of super glue now. No excuse but to put them on. I gotta make a wash tomorrow. That Heikel bomber. That Heikel came out pretty damn good. We were well pleased with that. It came out better than I thought it would. Ammunition belts and harnesses for the engines. Okay. More to go. Three. Ammunition belts. I don't need those. I'm laying over anyway. Inside there. So I'm gonna get all messed up. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, those harness wires. Everything to them is set dry. Make sure they line up with the cylinder heads. Okay, one more to go. Got the two on there. Okay. Das gut. Okay, let's see here. What's next? Oh, yeah. Lock that instructions on the back like a little couple screw figures there, too. I picked them up. He can't do as good as Dingy does in his. He makes some things come alive, I'll tell you that. Eyeballs nice and bright, pupils, irises all lit up. Wonderful. Sooner models, Freddie Duarte does a very good job on figures too, like that. He's very good. He's gifted really well doing stuff like that. There's a fellow called Gilbert, the Red Wagon, Gilbert McDragon, where his name is. His last name. He's very plastic syndicate. He does a very wonderful job in figures too. And everything. I was never too good at figures because they're interesting, you know. But not too hard to learn. You know how to use different skin tones and shapes and stuff. Make some coffee here in a minute. Take a break. Oh, yeah. Wonderful. This Monday, I'm going to bounce back on the Oklahoma guys, get the thing ready for Pearl Harbor, day December 7th. Can I imagine? We probably have a couple good days of this until it turns into December. The tail skin on there. Comes B24. I'll take another good B24 kit. That's pretty good. Detail is the early Revell one, 1964. I think it's called the Blue Streak. Operation Tidal Wave. It has flying over oil fields. I think Jack Linwood was the artist of that. He did a wonderful job. Got the gimmick model too. Flaps work, ailerons, landing gear tracks. $2. Sure got your money's worth back in those days. I think I'll put that in last. I'm gonna break that sure shoot and put that in the tractor right there. But I'm using sanding right here. I'll sand right into that thing. Filler's not too quite dry yet. Man, that ain't a bad buy. I got the 124 Airfix Mustang. I got when it first came out back in 1973. Actually, it was 72 when it came out. And it wasn't beautiful doll, it was something else. It was an olive drab color. With the big beautiful doll, that's a pretty one. I'll check see if my son-in-law's got my water for me. Be back in a couple seconds, fellas. Let this thing dry and we'll get back on it again. Oh, back. Okay. Time for a cup of coffee, boys. Well, that's great, Chuck. Hello, Stuart. Stuart's Models is on tonight. How you doing, buddy? You have a good Thanksgiving? We got 6 watching, 5 thumbs up. We got a good lineup tonight on the chat board. We got Mr. Dingy. We got Chuck on here. We got Stuart Avery from Stuart's Model all the way from England. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying myself tonight, guys. It's wonderful to have a host of good friends and group troopers and my modeling family here on tonight. Well, yeah, it got cold last night in Tennessee. I went outside a while ago to check to see if my son all got me some water. Excuse me. And he hadn't got me the water yet. I wanted to check. He's gone. I probably went to the store. He'll be back to take care of my water situation for me. I always carry a jug of water here, so I always make coffee all the time. One thing bad about this place, I don't have no running water here. Only running water I got is the toilet, which is outside. And gotta have that. Okay, what was I gonna do? Let that thing dry. Even today, this 148 scale B24 is a good looking model. Monogram made. It's really enjoyable to work on. I love this thing. I couldn't believe it back in 1976 when it first came out. So, wow. It was the J model. It had the turret in front. Man, enough weight gets it snug like a bug, buddy. It's good. This is the Pro model version. Oh, wow. Jimmy Stewart like this. .148 scale is still a big model. Man. Hey, Freddie's on tonight. Hello, Freddie. Work on the B24. Applied some filler on there. Let it dry, do some sanding, and do some priming on it. My phone's ringing for me. Okay, the sunlight got me some stuff, some water. I blew the top of those engine cowlings right there. A good long person, a good snug and flush against the nacelles. When it's set and dry, go up and glue the top on here. That way they're all done. It looks pretty. That's wonderful. Yeah, it's good to get back on plastic, guys. Like I said, I don't have too much plastic around here. Freddie's getting me a few models, plastic, keep me going for a while, and this V24 is one of them. God love this man. He's very wonderful people. Heart of Gold is very generous. And most of my stuff is all wood and paper. So I got to, get kind of having the gills for paper and wood for a while. I want to get back on this plastic stuff here. I got the big B5N Kato there, the carrier layout. My border models. I'll probably be starting on that maybe by tomorrow. Thank you, Freddie. God bless you, buddy. You have a good Thanksgiving? I know you did. You got a beautiful girlfriend right there, and She take care of you, you taking care of her, and she's cooking good for you. I can say it right now. You're a very lucky man. I wish I was at your age right now. 62 years old to me is very young. Very young to an 80-year-old fart in the wind over here. 80-year-old FUD. But funny about it, I don't feel like I'm 80 years old. I feel like about 35 or 40 maybe. Being young at heart helps out a lot too, guys. It really does. What helps out is these models. These are the best mental medicine I've ever had in my life. Give you something to look forward to, and to build, to work, keep going. I was shrinking upon her right away. I got too much going for me. I got two great guys out. One few guys out, I'd be really bad shape. Those harness wires look very good in that engine there. It's a good little touch Monogram did on this kit. That's what I like about this Pro Modeler series. They give you all kinds of crew figures. I'm gonna paint them up before I close off the canopy and stuff. But right now, I gotta hunt me up some desert sand paint, desert pink sand, because I want to paint this thing the desert version. Acer, I got the Acer blue, but what I need is a sand color. A lot of guys don't know, probably you do. Jimmy Stewart is a model builder, a very good model builder. He's been building these old Cleveland kits for years. He was on Michael Douglas show one time, tell the biography of the story, how he ended up in the Army Air Corps. He says, I got in the Army Air Corps because I used to build models all the time, and I still do. And so I built those old Cleveland kits from Edward T. Packer. And so building those models inspired me to join the Army Air Corps. And he mentioned that war was imminent. He could see it as writing on the wall. So he decided to join the Army Air Corps. And of course, he had a very good education, being a Hollywood actor and to boot. He had no problem getting in the pilot seat. So he flew B-24 Liberators. Henry Fonda is another model builder that builds models a lot. The actor Henry Fonda. Jimmy Stewart was a real good friend with the Good Brothers. See, the Good Brothers were the pioneers of radio control. See, these guys here built the first radio control stuff. Back in the old days, the receivers, the transmitters, were big old boxes with an aerial stick up out of the ground, looked like a ham radio antenna, and the transmitter itself was like a big old huge box. And the radio, that thing, oh my God. I mean, diodes, transistors, all that stuff, tubes in there. I remember the first radio I ever got. My dad actually bought it for himself. He built a radio control model. It was a Sterling kit of a Piper Tripacer. Had a 54-inch wingspan. He would have made it radio control. He blew it. It was called a Bobcat escapement system. And they were very expensive. Cost about $150 back in those days. $150 back in 1950 is a lot of money. Especially when you could pay your rent $15, $20 a month. You can imagine the quality of stuff like that, $150. A lot of people didn't have the money back then, but they had he bought that, and the receiver inside the receiver had tubes in it, and the servos ran out of gears with a rubber band on there. The rubber band was like torque, so it had some torque on there. It was a 2-channel rudder and stabilizer, I remember. And I used to fly 3-channel, control lines had 3 wires. I had a hydraulic throttle control, which is a bell crank system that worked the throttle on the motor. It had you stuck your middle finger while you flew, you pulled, you always control your throttle and everything. I had one of those, but we don't make those no more. But they're easy to do though. That he is, sir. That he is. God is our Savior right now. He's a wonderful man. I have Jesus right over here on my bed, watching, taking me while I'm sleeping at night. And I have Jesus right over here with his arms out like this that Freddie gave me. And this room here is protected with God and everything. I got Jesus in this room. I save my prayers before I go to bed at night so I can be alive to be with you fellas and everything else. And people better start waking up, start praying, start turning to God, because pretty soon God's getting kind of mad right now. How humanity, how this country's going, you know? And the way all this corruption is going on in this country and everything, and he's going to intervene sooner or later. It's not going to be a pretty picture when he does. I read passages in the Bible that say that it rains just as much as the unjust and doesn't just. But I pray to God he might deliver us from all this evil so we all love each other and have this world like a way it used to be when I was growing up as a kid. We didn't have all this hate and discontent and stuff going on. This stuff's been going on for a long time, guys. Ever since the Johnson administration, all this junk has been going on for years. It didn't help much, too, when we got involved in Vietnam. That's really cooked the goose in the oven. That Vietnam jazz. Well, those of you out there didn't see my Heiko yet. You're your big beast. Oh, you're a big, beautiful doll. You are. What a big, beautiful doll you are. I should have her done tomorrow. There you go, Freddie. Only thing is missing is Hans or Franz or somebody in there. Franz, Johann, Horst. I think it's big. No joke. It's big. Well, let me get my file board up there, see if I can be able to do some sanding on this thing. Oh, well, right there. I'm not going to bend over and grab those damn snippers. I keep dropping stuff because my workstation's overloaded with everything. Oh, yeah. Like I say, this stuff dries pretty fast. It really does. Oh, yeah. It's nice. Good. And I'll still eat leftovers from Thanksgiving. That's one thing I like about Thanksgiving. A lot of stuff left over to eat. Up and down this hill, down this hill again. Up and down this hill, oh, down this hill again. Taking my money, man. Do it all over again. I think about doing one of these live streams and doing, I could bring up my guitar, play you guys a jolly tune, but I don't know if the audio works good on it. My daughter asked me a crazy question the other day. She said, Daddy, when you were very small growing up in the world, was there any foreign people back in your days? She said, sure there was. And they weren't racist either. So what was the first foreign person you ran across? I was 4 years old. I ran across a kid from Germany, Bamberg. His name was Willard. Willard Stover. I knew him quite well. All the kids in my block wouldn't play with him because he's from Germany. A lot of them came from parents that didn't like people from Germany, and they probably had a reason why, because they probably fought in World War II. Didn't like what Hitler did and everything, but I didn't look at it that way. I didn't even know who Hitler was back then. I can care less. All I know that a lot of kids wouldn't play with him, and he defended me. He defended with me. He couldn't speak English too good. Kept pointing his chest. Willard, Willard, Willard. So I picked up on body language. Well, he told me his name was Willard. I go, Willard? He goes, yeah, jawohl, jawohl, jawohl. Yeah, yeah. I said, I'm Frank. Frank. And we became good friends. How I became my friend is he saw me in the garage working on a Volkswood model. I was building I building a Messerschmitt 109. It was what kit was it? Cleveland. A Cleveland kit. when I was working on it, he seen those swastikas on the tail. And that's when he became my buddy. Goes, that's so good, that's so good, that's so good, that's so good. I found out what he means. This is good. I like this, you know. And he came over and bought a measurement model over too that he had. It was a metal one. It was a dinky toy. He wanted to trade me mine for it. Well, I wasn't too much of the dinky toys back then. So I traded them for it. And well, we became buddies after that. My dad goes, boy, you and that Heidi right there have a good time together, are you? I said, yeah, he's my friend, Dad. He's a good guy. He said, they're good people, Frank. Just like everything else, you know. My mom and dad was very good to him. His mother and father were very good to me, too. There was no prejudice back in those days, guys. There wasn't any. We all got along like two peas in a pot. Like Forrest Gump would say, like peas and carrots. We'd go outside and play together. A lot of kids wouldn't want to play with me because I associated with them. I told them to go to hell. He says, he's human, he's my friend. He always wore shorts all the time. And the shoes he wore looked like Dutch shoes. It was hard to describe what he was wearing, but his clothes were a lot different, you know. Of course, when you go to different countries, they dress differently than we do. If we go into a foreign country, they recognize us right off the bat who we are. That's pretty good. I don't see any seams there. We'll pop out when I put the primer on there. On the board, we got 4 watching, 6 thumbs up. We still got a good chat board going on here. Everybody was content working on their models. We had a Stewart on here, Stewart's models. We got Sooner Models, Freddie Duarte, he's on. We got George Pepe, all the way from California. That'd be Chuck, I mean. And we got Dengy, all the way from Texas. So we got a host of great friends tonight on here, and I love you guys very much for being on my live streams. I don't mind doing them every night. Keep you guys going, me too. Tomorrow we'll have the final reveal on the Heinkel. I'm going to take it outside. Get some good pictures of it outside because it's more just up in the daytime, be able to see the pictures that are out there than in here, this room in here. Let's see, check it out. That looks good. All right, out here a little bit more. We got a little hair really stand out. That's good. I'm happy with that. Well, I love those. All those ignition wires inside there. That gives those Pratt Whitney engines a little spice. Pratt Whitney Wasp engines, double Wasp they use in these things on the Liberator. During the 1930s, the Bendix and Thompson races, they had all these racing cars like a GB, the Monocoup, and the Mr. Mulligan. They all had those big engines in them. Like most of them were Pratt Whitney engines, Wasp engines. A lot of militarists there at the air shows watched them fly all the time, give them ideas, you know. But they weren't in for the airplanes; they're in for the power plant they have. You have a lot of aircraft manufacturers came out there and watched them. They had ideas too. They do. Like the GB inspired the military a lot, having double Wasp motors on there. Get back, guys. Someone always paging me over.
Frank.
Come on, buddy. Halfway there, son. Halfway there.
All right, back up real quick. There you go.
What the hell is that thing?
Check it out. Try to do it without spilling. This is loose like that, just so you know.
Yeah. Oh,
This is to charge it up, but it's got a charge on it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. But
What's water thing?
where's your cup at?
Oh, it's up there. It's up the shelf up there.
Oh.
Oh wow, thanks, bud.
Here. Hold on that real quick. Check this. I'll show you real quick. There's two buttons. Really, there's only one button. So you just turn that on.
It fills it up.
Yeah.
I'll be down. Like a lot of water. You put all kinds of water in there, can you?
Yeah, this is purified water. I just got the jug.
Oh, wow, thank you, buddy.
I figure that'll last you a while.
Oh, it will. It will. I've seen one
Then
of
if you want to just turn it off, you just hit the button. That's that automatic will fill up to 600 milliliters.
Yeah.
I don't know why they made that button on that, but it's just off and on.
That's what I need right there. It's simple enough.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you, buddy.
Yep. There you go.
Making coffee. Thank you, dude.
There you go.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Sorry, I couldn't message you back. I was driving. Megan got back from the game and working or whatever, and
Yeah.
hopped in the car and went out
I
and
hear
got
you.
something.
Yep.
Take care, sir.
Okay, thank you, son. Thank you. Yeah. We got me a water machine in here. Wonderful. Okay, where was I? Standing down the wing. Okay. Oh boy, see here. It's good. Well, that's real good. Oh, wow. Okay. Got that wing down. Get the other one. We'll start the fuselage next. And I can take my tape over there and give it a prime, but driving light. I'll be able to take this up tomorrow night, guys. I gotta look around see if I got that desert pink paint I got, the desert tan. I'll have to make some. I got some color shifts here I can match them. I got some tan paint of some kind of light beige color. I can be able to mix this with paint. Yeah, pretty good. Good. It's standing here. pretty good there. Okay, got this wood nest, so I'll sand it out. Okay, well, this may be done. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, well, it is that sounds pretty good. Except this little sand out here will be all right. Good. Yeah. Pretty good. Okay, got both legs stand down real well. The fuselage to do. Lord. Trying to make me a cup of coffee. Those little small cups they give you, they got coffee and stuff, cappuccino, coffee, whatever it is. You get 2 cups out of it pretty easy. Yeah. Yeah. I want to tell you something, Dingy. That's the best stuff I've ever used. That glazing putty, it don't shrink. It's sand low within 15 minutes. It's hard. You don't have to worry about shrinking or nothing. It goes out very easy. I've been using this stuff for years. This stuff here is, to me, a putty. This stuff's okay, but I like this better. Very superior stuff. It's very good. I highly recommend it. On my early videos in years past, I always try to inspire people to use that stuff. It's good stuff. I use it all the time. I never, when I first used it, you can buy that stuff $3 a tube. Yeah, that stuff's now almost $10 now. Unbelievable how the price of things goes up nowadays. Oh, good coffee, buddy. Ooh. It's good. We have to get some more color in there. New for B24. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break here. Sand the bottom of that thing and put some tissue inside the nose and interiors and give it a shot of primer gray and see if I got any infections in the fill. I bet I got to fill a few more in there. Don't look too bad there. I can see. The tail could be soft. I know that. I can put a little bit in there on the tail. Good. Coffee break, coffee break, coffee break. Get a lot of residue off that wing before I prime it. I don't want no damn residue paint dust on here. Paint dust from sanding. I got a massive challenge though. I do not want them things oversprayed. All the work could be ruined. We got 10 vice. Where he supercharges that right here. I'm opening up those holes right there. Okay, we got 7 watching, 7 thumbs up. Still got a full host of my subscribers and friends on the chat board still. Ah. I think I'll smoke me pipe. Yeah, okay, Dangy. I wish you had a swastika to put on there. Man, I'd like to have you a swastika. It's not a Heinkel without a swastika on there. Well, you got swastikas? Man, I can sure use a couple, at least two of them. Probably about a good half inch big. That fit good in the tail of my Heinkel. Also got a Dornier DO 217 twin tail, the flying pencil they call that. That's the 148 scale. Oh yeah, it's on a 132nd scale. That's my Heinkel is this 132nd scale. I had a couple swastikas on my 124 scale Stuka by Airfix. I was very gifted to get two decal sets with that kit of mine. I don't know where I put those decals at here. I hope I didn't throw them away. I took this whole place apart, tooth and nail, all day. They try to find out where a decal sheet is. But I'm desperate need to put a swastika on that Heinkel right there. Yeah, I can use a couple of them, Dingy. I sure can. I'll hold off on the final reveal of that until the swastikas come in. I got plenty of stuff to keep me busy here until they get here. I really appreciate it, Man, I still got to get those parts of my Walker tank. I think tomorrow we'll have a Walker tank mount tomorrow. And get that thing all detailed out and everything. My son-in-law, he found the transmitter to it. It was stuff in a box. He said, "Now the parts to it, I don't know whether I said, never mind, I already got parts to it already." And so I got that thing works pretty good. So I got two Hemlong tanks. I got 5 tanks in total. I love those little tanks, I mean, I never had stuff like that when I was a kid growing up in this world, so I'm making up after I left like I never had. There's no shame in having something like that at my age, I'm finding out every day on YouTube, there's people out there my age who have these tanks, they play with them all the time and stuff. We're all kids at heart. That keeps us young. Yeah. Yeah, that Walker, sensible parts of that Walker tank too. Yeah, I can use a couple things off that Persian tank. I can put my Walker, but if you got parts for the Walker tank, heck yeah, yes sir. I sure appreciate it, Ding. We got my stuff out of storage and everything like that. Anything you need, you let me know. It's all yours for free. You've been very good to me. I really appreciate this stuff. And yes, I do. I guess I can't lose that stuff in storage I have. It'll kill me if I lose that stuff in there. Got my whole life in there. Be as if I lived 80 years for nothing. I lost everything in there. Yeah, that'd be great, Dingy. Oh, okay. I got a bunch to send you through, do I? Yeah, I don't even feel like there again on that. Used to be okay in here. Everything else is fine. Probably over here if I need to refill that too. Yeah, I got a couple of minutes. I'll start sanding the bottom of that fuselage. It's like it's raining outside again. Yeah, it's raining. Yes, it is. It's all climate controlled in there. That's why it costs you so much money in there. But like I said, I gotta have stuff there that has climate control. In other words, it'll ruin you, know. Well, ain't no way I get mice and rats in there because the storage in, as you lift up the door, there's a recess on the bottom. Where that door comes down, it sets that recess in there. Feel like a tub groove. You got a groove right there, and it comes right down. It fit right inside the. This is a cement there. It looks like a keyway. When that door comes down, it goes right inside that recess there. That's the way it's designed to keep mice and rats out. They don't get in there. Ain't no way they get in there. Because mice and rats will ruin everything. Well, I was living in my house in Angus Lane before my wife passed away. We had a mouse problem because there's a forest all woodland areas out here. They tore that stuff down and they were building condominiums out there. When they started cutting down the woods and everything like that, all the critters went towards our way into the flat I was at. And man, I had mice all over the place. You know, like you say, they'll get into your stuff, eat your blueprints up, eat your balsa wood up, destroy everything. I hate them things. I had 3 little rat terrier dogs, you know. Man, you talk about good mouse catchers. They catch those mice and just chew the hell out of them up. Oh yeah, they can really damage things. Those rats, those mice do. All they do is chew stuff up, make nests, lay eggs, get into everything. You know, I hate them mice. I can't stand them. There's one buddy of mine goes, "Oh, them things are cute." It's like, yeah, cute, and make cute holes in your furniture and everything else too. You got. I hate them things. I had a few models that had mouse attacks. They got a hold of them. That chew, so you can see on your paperwork where they nibbled at it. But I finally got rid of them though. I got some of that decon. Boy, that was good. I must have it killed them all. remember, well, I think the worst thing I've ever had in my whole life, I never had in my whole life until when I was living at on Angus Lane. I was looking at my bed right there. It was getting all brown. Where was this brown stuff coming from? Somehow bed bugs got in my house. I don't know how they got there. But I did some research on them damn things. Cleanliness and dirtiness has nothing to do with bed bugs. They're transported. They come in everywhere. That's why I make my videos like on YouTube. When I make my videos and stuff, I said, when you guys buy anything from eBay, make sure it's sealed. Make sure it's sealed. It's not been opened before, because that's how they got in the house. I believe I bought some models out there that were opened up and they got in there. When I opened them up, they were transported from whoever I got them from to my house. Because Ruthie always kept up by spotless and clean all the time. I had to live like a Jap for a while. Every time I came home, I had to take my shoes off and stuff, keep the house clean. Which I respected my wife. She was a very good housekeeper and very good. She took everything. She worked hard to keep the house clean all the time. And that's why I say some things have nothing to do with cleanliness and dirtiness. They're just parasites that are transported from one place to another. And they're looking for a free lunch. That's you. Exactly what I did. My wife used bleach on there. Like I said, you don't get us. They'll run you out. They'll run you out of your house. They will. And just don't get rid of them. They get inside your walls and such, and you think they're gone. They'll be back. I don't know where the devil things came from. I've never had bed bugs in my life. That's why they say sleep tight and let the bed bugs bite. Yeah, well, I've got an alkalizer like that and squirt bleach on there and around the bed and stuff. Got some plastic the whole bed. Make sure it's all plastic and everything. But we got rid of them though. I caught them in an early stage. They must have came in for one of those models that I bought. No one comes over our house at the time, and her kids came over a few times though, but the chances are they could have brought them over too. I don't know. I don't like models either. They got in my dress whites and my dress blues, and I was the Navy. I had my uniforms. They get in there and man, they just mess stuff up. Man, I tell you. I hate rats. Rats are horrible. You can hear those things going up the wall. You hear them inside the walls and everything like that, making noises and everything. Especially in Ohio, where they got a lot of woodlands out. It's wild. Everything's wild out there in Ohio. Same thing here in Tennessee, but we don't have a rodent problem out here. Another thing too is as bad as roaches. But they're pretty easy to get rid of. Roaches are. You get your orchid man to come over, and they'll send you. They got a little round thing like that. They put it in drawers around like that, and we had a roach problem one time. They came from my. I know exactly where they came from. They came from my stepdaughter. She came over, and she brought them over, and we had them. We turned on the lights, man. They just scattered all over the place. Oh, what are those things? Bruce said, "They're roaches, Frank. Get the orchid man out here." He came out here and within 3 or 4 days they were gone. And he told me, it says, they took his the little red things like that. They look like small cakes or something like that. Stick them in your drawers and stuff like that. And he told me, whatever you do, you see dead roaches laying around, don't clean them up. Leave them there. Because these things are cannibals. They eat each other up. They got them poisoned. What they eat off that crap right there, it'll kill them too. So roaches, they're gone. There's no problem with that. But the worst that there is bed bugs. They're rough to get rid of. You don't like heat. Sure did, buddy. Those are good uniforms right there. Oh, GI issue, like ones I had. Like, oh, those moths will tear them up. They throw my whites up and all, man. I was going to wear them down. But during Veterans Day, we always go down there to the Applebee's because all those vets get free food, you know. They give you a free meal. And I always like to put my uniform on. And I saw my whites and blues all eight. Oh, shit, I can't have nothing. There's always something out there destroying something. Either mice or it's roaches or something. They got these big old moths. They're big ones like that. Those are the ones that get into it. My wife told me, I don't know why God made pestilence for us. So you know why? Because Adam and Eve is sinned. Because when God visited Adam and Eve, they were both wearing fig leaves over their private parts and stuff. And God says, I give you a beautiful body and you wear all this to hide it. What for? Well, you know, it's not decent and stuff, you know, and they sin. They send pestilence upon earth. When I was living out in California, I lived on the beach out there in Ventura. The only problem we had out there was fleas, sand fleas from the beach. If you got a dog, those fleas will find your dog. The dog's being in the house. Man, those fleas are as big as rice seed. Huge thing. They bite. Oh, they bite good. But when it comes to having mice and roaches and stuff like that, we never had them. So I'm pretty mouse free right here in this room. I got a lot of stuff laying around, and I got no mice in here at all because I can hear them when they come in. You know, you hear them munching on things. You hear like noises, paper moving around and stuff. They're there munching away at something. But we don't get them here. Very happy. I think it'll be December next week. See what the date is today. We got California coming in. Tomorrow's Monday. Tomorrow's Sunday. Wow. It's the 29th. Got 2 more days left. This month's done. Like I said, Monday I'm going back on the Battleship of Oklahoma, my paper model. I want to get her done. Get it ready for the Pearl Harbor anniversary build. And I'll have that going on. I'll probably be working on that B5N Cape, my border models for the carry deck layout. That's going to be a very interesting build. Yeah, I saw those uniforms. Them things are nice, buddy. Worth a lot of money too. A lot of vintage too. I had a buddy of mine, Diggy. His name was Jim Schwinn. Came from a pretty prominent and wealthy family. And his mother and father were killed in an automobile accident. And Jim Schwinn was only about 18 years old at the time. He was a little older than me. I was about 16, and he was 18. He's about a couple years older than me. And he bought all that money he got. He went and bought actually Army Navy surplus store. He bought an Army Duck, DUK. He bought a Sherman tank, a bunch of uniforms. I remember one time we were on a duck. He bought a duck one time. He said, "Hey, Frank, yeah, come over to the house. We'll go for a good ride." Okay. So I went over there. I said, "Wow, what is this? Let's get a propeller in the back of it. This is a duck. It's amphibious, goes out in the water." Now, military equipment like ducks, tanks, big armor like that, stuff like that, was not allowed on public roads. And out in California, we didn't have state police out there. We had sheriffs or highway patrol out there. And I was living, like I said, I was living out in the beach area. Went aboard the Army Duck with him, and he was driving it. It was all yellow color instead of all drab. And it said U.S. Navy on there. I said, "Wow, man, this thing is neat." He said, "Yeah." Next thing you know, he had a sheriff got behind us. And they threw out the siren until us pull over. And said, "Wait, we're headed for the beach." I said, "This thing goes out in the sand. Frank, this thing's amphibious. It goes out in the water. What?" And that sheriff out there, he goes, "Pull over, pull over." And Jim yells back out, "I can't hear you." Turns off, and goes out to the beach. Goes up, went over a couple of sand dunes. There, hit the water, engaged the transmission to turn the prop, hit that water, went over the waves. Boy, that cop was shaking his fist. "I'll be waiting for you guys. I'll be waiting for you." He never did catch us though, but that was fun. Then he had that Sherman tank that he had. 5 highway patrolmen, 8 sheriffs pulled us over. I was driving that thing. He showed me how to drive it. You can put about 5 people in that thing. I got in that tank and they had these cogs back and forth. Pull back, you stop, go forward, or turn, and you had your brakes down your clutch. And next to you, you had the same thing over there, duplicate. You had one loader operator. You load the turret up like this. And you had your observer, also your tank captain was up there, the turret. And we were on the road there, and people going, yeah, laughing at us and everything. And I had my head out the window, out of the hatch right there, and I was driving. He goes, "Frank, go." That thing not going any faster, about 25, 30 miles an hour. Went full ahead like this. He goes, "Go right, go right." So I pulled back one and pulled the other forward, and we turned. The next thing you know, Highway Patrol, they pulled us over. Went aboard a tank, got us out of there, and he warned us, "If I catch us on the road one more time again, we're going to confiscate this." They gave him a big ticket and everything. And Mom and Dad heard about that. I was grounded for about a week. That was fun as hell. Yeah, that Peleliu was something else out there. Out to the Japanese islands they had out there. That was rough out there. That Iwo Jima. Yeah, we had to fill back in there. Yeah, refill in there. Yeah. Yes, sir. I don't want to sand it out here. Refill over here. Need some too. I was afraid I hadn't even filled in there. Yeah, we'll fill her there. Yeah. Not too bad here. That's good there. So you're not too bad here. Just back there where that ball turret's at. Oh well. As the fill was full, refill it again. Okay, fill that in. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. That's good. Such as the sandpaper. Yeah. Yep. Let that dry overnight. I was afraid I had to refill that. Check his wings, see if he refill. I don't think they do. I got them pretty damn good right there. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're ready for priming. I got to mask in those engine vents. I want to get no paint inside those engines. Those ignition harnesses too. Oh yeah, yeah. I always prime my models. I had to reglaze this. And also there again. So I got to do it again, am I? Put add a little filler in there. Add a little more spot putty in there. Sand that out with wet and dry sandpaper. Yep. Get done with that, get this thing a prime job. Make preparations to get this thing painted. After that, I gotta find me some paint. Well, I get some of that desert tan paint they use. It's like a paint color. I got Azer blue, but I'm gonna have to end up mixing that stuff. I should like to paint it the desert version color. That way it fits good there. Okay, hell, I might be able to make those wings removable for storage. I think I can glue those wings in right now. Good idea since in the paint. The wings fit excellent in that thing. One thing was sure, you don't need no filler around those wing roots. That's damn sure. That B24 had a massive Bombay. Yeah, the B24 had a massive spar all the way from here to there. There were fuel spars. But being a high set wing on this thing, that's the reason why that's about the weakest part about the aircraft, the way it was designed, the big long gap of swing it had. If it took a flat bursting the wing, the top wing would actually just gave out. It would just break right off. These were considered widowmakers too. Especially if you're up here in this area here, but there's a whole catwalk that comes on the side where you walk on your knees, you can shimmy to get over here. There's two ways to get into B24. Either get into the landing gear well, or you get into the entrance hatch back here. Right there. Actually, three ways. There, the Bombay, most of it goes to the Bombay. Some guys, they get a little ballsy and go to the wheel well and climb up in there. Like I say, all that landing gear is your track, and ain't no way you can bail on that thing. You got to shimmy as fast as you can, go out through the Bombay. But you get to a spin like that, also triple force, you ain't getting out. You're not getting out. You just think you are, but you're not. The Navy, they say, ride the boat. You're the Air Corps, ride the plane. Yeah, B4 has nice little lines to it. I think it's pretty strong. To me, it's got some good up to it. Because it's a solvent. Okay, over there. And all the file boards there. I'll be getting on that probably tomorrow, sand this thing down. Tomorrow, Sunday night. I don't know if it'll be church tomorrow or not. I go to church tomorrow anyway. Super glue over here. Well, not that over. I got plenty of super glue here. Plenty of it. I wish I had plenty of plastic airplanes to work on. I sure got a lot of my storage. I have enough of my storage for a hobby shop. Thank you, Dingy. I appreciate it, buddy. God bless you. Let's see. I don't know if she put the other carriage on or not. Sure give us something to sit on with it. Little pilots to give you. Pilots, co-pilot, bombardier. I will put them in here. That'll be, I got to pick them up separately and put them in position before I put the glazings on there. There's them chairs right there. Oh, those. It's even weighted too. Weighted tires. I like that. Man, they got big airplane. Yeah, those 1/16 scale figures, they're big enough to do everything to them. Especially like on our tanks, you know. Wow. Okay, that goes like so. Those tires on there. Yeah. Got the real legs on. Set the wing sand down again. I don't have to worry about knocking them off. Just got to do the fuselage. Get that filler all sanded off. Get the glazing all sanded and all. And, mask off the openings and get a prime job and go from there. Get ready for painting. Yeah, I'll put it the same night. Wow, 3 hours tonight. Man. Okay, there's little B24 over there, guys. I got her legs on. She's sitting on her legs nice and pretty. I got to sand that glazing off there and give the whole thing a prime job. I got to put tissue inside here. And what I'm going to do is paint the figures first. After I get it all sanded down perfectly, Get it all sanded down. Then I'll go ahead and paint the figures, add the figures in there. I got maskings. I got a masking set right here. I can mask all the transparencies, glue it all down there like it's supposed to, and I can paint the whole plane entirety without worrying about masking this off and everything else. I put tissue down here to keep the overspray from getting in there. But I will sand this off tomorrow and get the figures all done. So I got a lot of work to do the same. Let's get in there. Woohoo! Well, guys, it's been a pretty busy day between working on that Heinkel, working on this B24. I'm glad I got the Heinkel almost done. All I gotta do is just paint those exhaust baffles and add little exhaust stains here and there on it, and remove the maskings and finish up the transparency. There's only about 2 pieces of transparency to put on it. It's all done. Yeah. Okay, guys, I think I'll call it night tonight. We got the B24 pretty much done. As you can see right here, we have it. She's sitting on her legs nice and pretty, ready to take off. All thing is missing in there is Jimmy Stewart. Okay. Tomorrow night we'll probably we'll have a live action tomorrow, Jim, and live stream. I don't know what we'll have, but I'll have something for us tomorrow. Might be that kind of B24, I don't know. But I should have the final reveal for the Heinkel to be done tomorrow. So stay posted with that video, and we'll probably work on the B24 tomorrow night. And yeah, we got a lot of work. We got a lot of models coming your way, a lot of builds coming your way, fellas. A lot of builds. Okay, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, and I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving weekend, and Thanksgiving and everything, and just a wonderful time with the family and everything. Make Mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Stay focused when you drive. Wear your surroundings and say your prayers. May God bless. And stay posted for the final reveal for the Reveal 132nd scale Heinkel HE111 bomber. And I'm going to take pictures of it outside. That way I will get a better video with better pictures to do it justice. Because this camera here does okay, but don't give it the full quality of the paint job I put onto it. And I'd like to thank all my new subscribers, old subscribers for tuning in, and also your comments, candor, and views. I'm deeply honored. And take care, you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. So stay posted for the final reveal, like I said a couple seconds ago. And we'll see you tomorrow night live stream. And I got plenty of stuff coming. I got plenty of stuff coming your way, fellas. So I'll keep you guys entertained. Okay. This is Frankie Day Mall signing off. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And God bless everybody. And thank you again. Frankie Day signing off. See you, boys. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Deanie. Thank you for everything, sir. God bless you, buddy.